Okay, so next will be the eldest and the most beautiful granddaughter of Milo, Patricia Fernandez.
So I prepared a eulogy for Milo, and it's really long. So I think I'm going to skip to our memories together. Uh, yeah. Okay. So I have several memories with Milo, but I compiled seven that really stuck to me and really embraces our relationship. So the first one would be my best memory of Milo would be when we would always have matching dresses. Um, we would dance like the Disney princesses. She bought me like all the Disney princess tapes, and and she had like the Disney princesses dresses made for me, and I remember we would be dancing together with Cecilia and everybody in the family. There's this one time um, I got so mad at Milo. Sorry, I cannot control my tears and emotions. So there's this one time in the wedding I got so mad at Milo because she danced with somebody else. I got so jealous because she was my dancing partner, and I was just really angry at her. And even she was looking for me, but I didn't want her to hold me because I was so angry. But she didn't even ask for permission. And yeah, so but eventually I forgave Milo. Um, the second one would be when we would watch teleseries together. I remember Pangako Sa'yo, and I wasn't really good at speaking Tagalog, so she would always translate the telenovela, and while translating, we would always eat castañas. Until now, I really love castañas. And I buy the peeled one now, so we don't have to make him buy. Um, Another one was when she would spoil me. She would buy me. One time she bought me 10 Barbie dolls, and I saw her. I was watching how she paid for them, and she just signed. And when I got home, I told everyone in Manila Manor that my mom was so rich. She can buy anything. She just signs. And my cousins at home, I live with my cousins on my mom's side, and they would they would always see me with new dolls, new clothes, new goodies, and they were all from Milo. Yeah. Another one would be whenever like I would go to Sando and we would have lunch there. After lunch, we would go to the park. Maybe after lunch we would wait for some time for it to be a bit colder, a bit more like maybe mga 5 o'clock, and then we would play in the park and make friends. Um, and I remember every Wednesday was our bonding time. She would pick me up from school with Tita Anna. I forgot what we did, but it was fun. Um, one time, I remember I was a flower girl 10 times. But one of the times, I was so tired of being a flower girl and I didn't want to walk down the aisle. And then she told me there were grapes in the aisle. So I ran and then there were no grapes. And I was asking her where they are, but she said she'll give it later. Um, Another thing is, uh, um, so before we would watch movies in the movie house, and she would like it because she's senior and she's free, but she would always fall asleep and sometimes even snore. And I would be so embarrassed, and I would tell her that she was snoring, and she would say, "Terrible, que horror." um, I'm partly the person because of her. My love for dogs is definitely from her. Growing up, I would always be excited to go to Milo's house to play with Billy, the Pomeranian. Milo was sweet, thoughtful, affectionate, a homebody, the best cook, stubborn at times, and also conservative. These traits I got from her, except for the last one. You were well loved, and all the relationships you had were very personalized. Thank you, Milo, for being loving and kind. Thank you for making me happy. Thank you for loving me and all the Fernandez family. I love, I hope the Fernandez family will always remember the values you have instilled, which is family first. Milo, please never lose sight of all of us. I will always call on to you for help and guidance. Please continue to guide us all to, to do what is right. I love you so much, and parting is truly a sweet sorrow, which is what you always tell me. I hope you are happy now and resting peacefully.
So the next person who will say thank you and goodbye is my son, which is a surprise. He just sent this video. So this is Luigi Fernandez.
Next one is
Okay, so due to technical difficulties, we'll go with, are we ready? So we'll go ahead with Anna Fernandez. Oh, Joshua. Joshua.
I'd like to start off today by talking about who Milo was to me. Milo was always someone who was happy and funny. To me, she was that person who filled up the room. As a child, I've never seen her frown. One of my memories of her, and this is when I was just 5 years old, before I came to Canada, was sneaking into Milo's refrigerator and stealing the eggs. At the time, I was hooked to Angry Birds, which was a mobile game on my dad's iPad. I ran across the kitchen floor, and I remember throwing the eggs on the ground, pretending I was Matilda from Angry Birds. I remember how Milo never got angry. While there would be a messy mess of eggs on the floor, she would just simply shake her head and maybe chastise me a little bit. Milo never got angry at me. Milo was always my number one fan. She's the person who introduced me to piano, and she was my first and best teacher. When I would play piano for her over video call, I remember she always used to say to me to keep playing regardless of my mistakes. She told me to just keep playing. During the recital day, Milo was always the first to watch my piano recitals over Facebook. Even in the most average of days, Milo was always there to listen to my piano, cheering me on. Milo also spoiled me. I remember that when I was 3 years old, she bought me a tiny piano. I remember I was a child, I would always play with that toy piano. Every day when I came home from school, I used to press the magical pink and green buttons on the very top of the toy keyboard. Most of the time, I was just pressing random keys. Pindot ng pindot lang. When I was 7, Milo got me my first keyboard, and she showed me how to play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Although I didn't know it then, these magical childlike wonder moments will always hold a special place in my heart to this very day. Milo, while I'm heartbroken and sad about seeing you pass into the afterlife, I know that deep in my heart, I will always hold the memories that you've shared with me, dear. You've always cared about the smallest things that I wanted, whether that be the toy piano or it's just a simple video call on Saturday. I remind myself how these seemingly small memories all throughout my life all combined into something big. Your passing has left a void in my life. At this very moment, I miss you so much, and I will continue to miss you as you pass into the afterlife.
It's still trying. Which is yours. Right. Okay. If you're in. Are you ready? One time. You there. It's there. Thank you.
Hey everyone. I never got to say anything like this so far, but my one was a big part of all of our lives. Let's share some memories that I had growing up with her. And I remember a lot of things. She showed me how to love animals. She showed me how to appreciate movies, and she also showed me just to be an all-around good person. She also showed me how crazy I was. I remember, I was such a hyper kid that I didn't realize until I reminisced about our memories. She always comment on how hyper I was. I remember one time I just kept jumping up and down. She counted her fingers up to 100. And she was like, "You're crazy, you gotta stop." There were other moments like watching movies, but there were things you watching movies. So that was in my memory, and then she'd be like, hey, what happened in the movie? And that kind of big jokes. And she, bats your back. But like it's a very sad time. These are all memories that we cherish forever. I'm always going to be thankful for these moments because I wouldn't be who I am today without her guidance, and I'll always be thankful for that. I have a lot more to say, but I don't want to take up your time. So, we're going to close this off by saying thank you for everything. I know we wouldn't be here without you.